Today we're going to talk about the value matrix. Think of this as a roadmap for anyone out there who has a real skill, a real talent, but just can't seem to turn it into real income. We're talking about transforming your passion into something that actually pays the bills.
Oh, you know this feeling. It's that pit in your stomach when you're scrolling online and you see someone in your exact field making an absolute fortune. And that little voice in your head, it's not even little, it's screaming, I could do that so much better. You've got the talent, you've got the ideas, but they're the ones getting paid.
And that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What gives? It's the frustration that keeps so many brilliant, talented people feeling stuck. But listen, this isn't some life sentence. There's a real answer to this, and we're going to find it today. Okay, to solve this, we have to start by actually diagnosing the real problem. And here's a little spoiler for you. It has almost nothing to do with how good you are at your craft. It's actually a hidden psychological trap, one that gifted people fall into all the time without even realizing it.
This is it. This is the heart of the whole issue. It's called the gifted child trap. If you grow up being told you were naturally smart or so talented, success probably came pretty easy to you, and your brain learned a very dangerous lesson. Your value comes from an identity, from being talented, not from the work you actually do. And that right there creates a deep-seated fear of failure, because any failure feels like it could shatter that special identity you've built your whole life on.
So I want you to pause and ask yourself this, and be brutally honest. All that planning, all that tweaking, all that waiting for the perfect moment, are you really trying to build a business? Or are you just trying to protect your reputation as a genius with untapped potential? Because those two paths lead to very, very different places.
Okay, so if the problem is baked into our mindset, the solution has to be a fundamental mindset shift. This is the pivot point. This is where everything changes. It's about moving your focus away from what you can do and onto what you can do for other people. Here is the absolute critical difference. Your skill, that's internal. It's all about you, your craft, the hours you put in. But the market doesn't pay you for your practice hours. The market pays for value. And value is always external. It's about solving a problem for someone else. Remember this, money doesn't follow talent. Money follows solutions.
And this is the perfect way to picture it. Are you a light bulb or are you a laser? So many talented people are light bulbs. They can do a million things: write, design, code, consult. Their energy is spread thin, lighting up everything a little bit, but never enough to make a real impact. To win, you have to become a laser. You have to focus all that brilliant energy onto one single point until you burn right through the resistance.
So you're ready to become a laser? Fantastic. But there's another enemy we have to deal with, one that's hiding in plain sight. And it's tricky, because it disguises itself as a virtue. I'm talking about your own perfectionism.
You know this feeling. It's called analysis paralysis. It's when your brain is so smart that it can see every single thing that might go wrong with a project. So you just plan and research and plan some more, and you never actually start. Meanwhile, some person with half your talent is already out in the world on version 10, getting real feedback and actually making progress.
I want you to let that one sink in. Burn it into your brain. Your perfectionism isn't about having high standards. It's about being terrified. Terrified to put your work out there. Terrified of being judged. Terrified of failing and losing that genius identity we talked about earlier. You're just using excellence as a very convincing costume for your fear.
So how do we break this cycle? It's actually a pretty simple rule. I call it the do it badly rule. You have to give yourself permission to be a beginner, to do it badly, to enter the fool phase and just get something down. Why? Because you can always fix a bad page. You can improve an imperfect product, but you know what you can't fix? A blank page. A blank page is a dead end.
Now, having the right mindset is absolutely crucial. But a great mindset with no system is like a race car with no engine. It looks good, but it's not going anywhere. So let's move from the mental work to the practical tools. Let's build your system.
Let's use another metaphor here. Think of your raw talent like a wild horse. It's powerful, it's magnificent, it's full of potential. But without any direction, it's just running around in circles in a field. It's not actually getting anywhere productive.
And that's where a system comes in. The system is the fence that creates focus. It's the saddle that gives you control and direction. And this is a hard truth you have to accept. A talented person with a good system will beat a more talented person without one. Every single time.
So what does this system actually look like?
Let's start with 2 keys. First, you have to increase your feedback velocity. That's a fancy way of saying ship faster. Shorten the time between an idea popping into your head and getting it into the hands of a real customer. And second, you have to use social mirroring. If you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You need to surround yourself with people who push you, whose normal day is your best day. That's how you level up.
And as you build this system, you need to go on the attack. You have to actively hunt down and destroy these 3 mental traps. First, the novelty addiction. Real mastery is found in boring, consistent work, not in the cheap thrill of a new project. Second, get off the potential drug. Stop being proud of what you could do. Start being proud of what you've actually done. And third, stop seeing money as a bad thing. It's not. It's just fuel. It's the gasoline that allows your value to actually reach the people who desperately need it.
Okay, we have covered a ton of ground. We've talked about the problem, the mindset shift, the systems, but frankly, none of that means anything without action. So let's bring it all home with one simple, immediate step you can take the second this is over.
This is the absolute truth. You've probably read the books, you've listened to the podcasts, you don't need another piece of information to change your life. The time for learning is over. The time for doing has begun.
And that's all it takes to start. 2 minutes. Just 2. And I know what you're thinking. 2 minutes? What can I possibly accomplish in 2 minutes? But you're missing the point. The goal isn't to finish the race. The goal is to just get off the starting block.
Here is the rule. It's called the 2-minute execution rule. You're going to pick that one big, scary, intimidating project you've been avoiding. You know the one I'm talking about. You're going to set a timer for 2 minutes, and you're just going to start. The goal is not to make progress. The goal is to break inertia, to break that pattern of avoidance and prove to your brain that you're the one in control.
Whatever it is that you have, your skill, your idea, your solution, I promise you, the world is waiting for it. But it has exactly 0 value as long as it's locked away on your computer or trapped inside your head. The world is not going to come find it. You have to be the one to bring it out into the light.
So that's the challenge. The person you want to become is waiting for you on the other side of this one small action. So what are you going to build right now? Don't just think about it. Close this out, pick your one thing, set a timer for 2 minutes, go.